Hernandez, Hertzberg, Hill, Hueso, Huff, Jackson, Lara, Leno, Leyva, Liu, McGuire, Mendoza, Mitchell, Monning, Morrell, Wynn, Nielsen, Pan, Pavley, Roth, Stone, Vidak, Wykowski, Wolk.
Secretary notices the absence of a quorum. Sergeants, please call the members' offices. We need to start session as soon as possible. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen, Anderson, Bates, Bell, Berryhill, Block, Canella, De Leon, Fuller, Gaines, Galgiani, Hall, Hancock, Hernandez, Hertzberg, Hill, Hueso, Huff, Jackson, Lara, Leno, Leyva, Liu, McGuire, Mendoza, Mitchell, Monning, Morrell, Wynn, Nilsson, Pan, Pavley, Roth, Stone, Vidak, Wykowski, Wolk.
Senators, a quorum is present. Would the members and our guests beyond the rail and in the gallery please rise? We will be led in prayer this afternoon by our chaplain, Sister Michelle Gorman, after which please remain standing. We will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag by Senator Ben Hueso.
Let us recall again that we are in God's presence. And as we come to the end of the formal celebration of the life and witness of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., let us resolve to continue to search deep in our hearts for the motivation, will, and creativity to bring his dream to fruition in our time, now. Not to brag, but my congregation, the Sisters of Mercy of the Americas, has been engaged in an anti-racism program for the past several years in order to deepen our response to the unrecognized and unreconciled racism, past and present, within our religious community. It is a very humbling and ultimately freeing, I think, reality to recognize how I benefit from white privilege, and how, regardless of our good intentions, racism prevails as long as we do not take steps to dismantle the structures within our institutions and systems that keep some in and others out. And so today, God of infinite patience and mercy, we ask you to help us seek out and acknowledge the reasons for our slow progress in dismantling racism in our time. Help us to face our fears, resistance, pride, shame, whatever conscious or unconscious motives hold us back from valuing an anti-racist, multicultural society. Guide our civic and religious decisions to uphold and promote the rights of all persons, especially those experiencing marginalization, injustice, bigotry, and prejudice. Continue to remind us that diversity is the hallmark of your creation, the manifestation of your presence in myriad sparks of your divine life on earth. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, members. We will now move to privileges of the floor. And at this time, I'd like to recognize the great Senator Mike McGuire.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Would like to be able to introduce a special guest from Northern California in Mill Valley, and that is Deborah Coons Garcia. Ms. Coons Garcia is the widow of legendary Grateful Dead rocker Jerry Garcia. And she is here today. As we all know, the Grateful Dead perform for audiences across the globe for over 30 years. Deborah herself is a director, writer, and producer who fell in love with filmmaking in 1970. She is also an environmental activist. She joins us up in the gallery today Deborah is visiting the Capitol for multiple screenings of her film, The Future of Food, an important documentary on agriculture and GMO food crops. Since its release in 2004, The Future of Food has been featured at numerous film festivals and has been shown around the world to educate the public about farming systems, which is a great footnote. The film has also won an Above and Beyond Award from the Women's Film Critics Circle in 2005. Colleagues, it's my honor to be able to welcome Deborah Coons Garcia to the California State Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome, Ms. Garcia, to the California State Senate. We are now moving, members, to messages from the governor will be deemed read. Messages from the assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committee will be deemed read and amendments adopted. Now move to motions, resolutions, and notices. Seeing hearing none, we'll move now to introductions and first reading of bills. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 126 by Senator Vidak and Senate Bill 127 by Senator Vidak.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Bills will be deemed read. Moving to consideration of the daily file. Ready for governor's appointments. That's item 1. Senator De Leon.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have file item number 1 before us. An appointment made by the governor of Mrs. Joy O. Higa. Higa was heard in the Rules Committee on January 14th and was approved on a 4-0 vote, a bipartisan vote with no votes in opposition. CalSTRS is the largest educator-only pension system in the world with approximately $187 billion in assets. Ms. Higa not only brings much-needed diversity to the board, she also brings a unique skill set, having served under Governor Gray Davis, as well as the State Controller, Steve Wesley. And we look forward to her leadership on the board. Again, colleagues, this is a governor's appointment, Ms. Joy Higa, on the CalSTRS board here in our great state of California. With that, again, 4-0 bipartisan vote. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator De Leon. Any debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen, Anderson, I. Bates, I. Bell, I. Berryhill, I. Block,
No.
Canella, I. De Leon, I. Fuller, I. Gaines,
I don't think so.
I. Galgiani, I. Hall, Hancock, I. Hernandez, I. Hertzberg, I. Hill, I. Hueso, I. Huff, I. Jackson, I. Lada, I. Leno, I. Leyva, I. Liu, I. McGuire, I. Mendoza, Mitchell, I. Monning, I. Morrell, I. Wynn, Nilsson, Pan, I. Pavley, I. Roth, I. Stone, I. Vidak, I. Wachowski, I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Nielsen, aye.
Call the absent members.
Allen, Block, Hall, Mendoza, Wynn.
Ayes 32, no 0. The appointment is confirmed in. We're just doing. Members, we're going back to, we are returning to motions and resolutions for adjourned memories. Senator De Leon. For what purpose to rise?
Mr. President, as well as colleagues, privilege of the floor. Colleagues, if I can get your attention very quickly, I want to welcome one of the members of our family here on the red carpet, the Senate family. He is a city council member today, City 1, which is part of my district in the city of Los Angeles. Let's welcome Senator, because once a senator, always a senator, Senator Gil Cedillo.
Senator De Leon.
We'll just wait 1 second.
Welcome home, Senator Cedillo.
And, Mr. President, since we have all our colleagues congregating back here, there's another good friend, colleague from the LA City Council who folks may not know, and we want to bring him up here as well, too. That is City Council member from San Fernando Valley. That is City Council member Mitch Englander. Colleagues, let's welcome Mitch Englander.
Welcome, council member. Senator half of it. Members, still on motions and resolutions. We are gonna, so time for adjournment memories. We have Senator Huff. Members, if we can please keep the noise level down a little bit. Senator Huff has got the floor.
Members, I rise to adjourn in the memory of Senator Fuller's mother.
Members,
Thank you. I rise to adjourn in the memory of Senator Fuller's mother, Wilma Dean Yingst Gunther, who passed away earlier this month. Wilma was loved dearly by Jean and her family, and remembered for the love, fun, and happiness she found in life. Thank you.
Senator Fuller, our condolences on behalf of the entire Senate family to you and your family. Please submit the name so she could be properly memorialized. Senators, if there's any other, there's no other business. Senator De Leon, the desk is clear.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, obviously, we'll have session come Thursday at 9 a.m. Today is Tuesday, so we hope we have a wonderful Tuesday as well as Wednesday, and see you Thursday.
Thank you. Senator Jackson.
Purposes of announcement, the Senate Judiciary Committee, along with the Legislative Women's Caucus, will be holding a hearing on Title IX, something near and dear to my heart and many others here in this room, starting now upon adjournment in room 4203, and hope if you have any daughters in the pipeline to become Major League ball players, this is for you. Granddaughters, of course, granddaughters as well.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. The Senate will be in recess until 3:30, at which time the adjournment motion will be made. We will reconvene Thursday at 9 a.m.